Hello to all my friends out there. Hi. This video is majoring in minors. When I started this YouTube channel, it was my idea to get my grandmother's recipes out there. Never once was I thinking get other people's grandfather's meatballs out there. Okay, I want to thank my follower for this recipe. This is his grandfather's meatball recipe. Okay, this month I'm using everything I have in my house. So I had ground turkey, I had canned peppers, and I don't have accents, so I'm just using seasoned salt. But by the time I get everything, I will start making the meatballs because I can see the sense of this meatball recipe. Okay, so you might think, well, it's just a little meatball recipe. No, it is not a little meatball recipe. It is a recipe that is going to allow somebody to make a nice batch of meatballs, and your meatballs with rice and gravy or potatoes and gravy or noodles is going to create a lot more food than 1 pound of turkey burger. Well, this is 12 ounces. So I baked bread, and what I did is I toasted my bread, and I ground it in the blender. And here's my red peppers. I bought these at Dollar Tree. They have the great big ones at Smart and Final, but these are good. I bought about 2 or 3. I will stockpile more. These are going to be some. So what I'm really making here is a nice batch of meatballs, and I'm making some homemade bread to go with my meatballs. This homemade bread was in the freezer, so I just unfroze it. And I toasted it, and now, the meatballs are happening. I want to mention something, too. This week when I went to buy eggs and yogurt at the 99-cent store, they didn't have any. What if you only have $1? What if you don't have more money and you don't have any eggs? Well, what you want to know is you want to know that you don't want that to happen. Okay, so I will add seasoned salt. I will get some accent. I don't want to deviate from his grandfather's recipe because I got a feeling this is good. And so I'm able to make this from my stockpile. And then I'll put some pepper in this too, as soon as I locate my pepper. So, okay, these are going to be some good meatballs. So, okay, so what happened was when I started the comments, I started getting really good recipes from the followers. And so what I decided to do is post them when some of them might be, I'll try to find them if I can, and I'll post them on my Twitter so everyone can share. So, okay, these are going to be some good meatballs. Thank you to the follower who told me. Okay, now here is my blueberries. I'm cooking them down. I want to cook them, till they're like a jam, so I can eat them. So it's water, sugar, and it was great because I used the sugar out of my sugar bowl, so that my sugar wasn't hanging around in there too long. I like to use it up as I go. And then I made myself a quick little batch of bread, very easy to do. And then, I have some tea and some chai tea and some hazelnut coffee creamer because, while I'm doing this cooking, I have to enjoy life. majoring in minors. Okay, this is on the issue of oil. Okay, in the Bible, there's stories about oil, and you think, oh, that the oil signifies the Holy Spirit. And the story is, someone comes and says, give us some oil. And they said, no, we have only enough oil for ourselves. And I thought, wow, that is kind of selfish, you know what I'm saying? But it's the Holy Spirit, and you can't just give that away, is what I thought. But you know, the Bible has a nasty way of warning us everything. So, okay, your friend comes to the door and says, give us some oil, and you say, sorry, I can't spare any. No, that's not correct, because, thank you, Black Snow, you save all your bacon grease and your lard in your shortening, and they say, your neighbor comes, I need some oil. You don't feel like you want to give them your oil, but you give some of your bacon grease to them, or give some of your leftover lard. I stockpiled this, and I found it to be much cheaper. So so that was a very, very valuable comment. This is a very, very valuable comment. You know, I had a video, welcome, what's going on in my house? Well, my YouTube is my house. And then one of the followers, the one who gave me the cutting board, which I have used quite a bit, and I'm going to be using it again today. Thank you, Florence Nightingale. So, okay, you know, I was doing the food bank thing, and you know, I saw the immigrants there, and the nurses in the church have played in big over time with immigrants. There's nursing stories, tons of nursing stories, and one of the most famous was Florence Nightingale. She was an aristocrat, and she wanted to be a nurse, and they said, are you crazy? That's only for not attractive women and nuns. Not the aristocracy, but she persisted. She said it was her calling. So Britain was in the war, the Crimean War, and it was going very bad. It was on the Black Sea. It was freezing. The troops were injured. And she said, I want to take a few nurses and go. And they said, no, I don't think so. She insisted, and she went. When she got there, she found the British troops were in very, very bad shape, horrible shape. Rats running, dirty, filthy, dying. And so she went in with the nuns, and she was able to fortify the troops. And when she got there, they said, no, we can't let a woman in these conditions. And she said, basically, the Lord has sent us. And, you know, imagine it was your son. So, you know, that's why no one will ever forget Florence Nightingale, especially all the nurses. So how does that figure in with America? Well, it does in a big way. If any of you have ever seen Gone with the Wind, she was able to correspond with the South, and, you know, they were able to nurse the troops there using her methods, which was sanitation and basically God. Okay, so the immigrants, I saw a lot of immigrants in the churches, you know, when I was getting the food, and also I saw a lot of seniors, and I thought, well, you know, how does this happen? Well, how it happens is you've never been poor in your life, and you have no idea, and it can get bad out there if you're too proud to go where the help is. Now, the ones I met weren't, but how many are? And that's, I have tried to help people who will not help themselves because maybe they don't want to be seen at the food bank. Me, I don't really care what people think. Okay, so anyway, so, you know, you have to have proper nourishment to stay healthy. And there's stories of immigrants in New York City, and the Irish immigrants were poor, dirty, sick. And stories about the children would run and get the nurses, and they would find the mothers, you know, bleeding, dirty, no food after childbirth, and most likely would have died if the little kid had not come for help. So, you know, all these comments are very, very good. So, you know, if your neighbor comes to you, you get your shortening and you give them some. The other thing is the issue of cutting your food in small pieces. And your food will go further. You'll have enough food. Don't ever forget that, just in case you hit hard times. Okay, so I used up all my good flour. And I bought this flour for $1. Okay, some of the flour I haven't been crazy about, but some of it, I bought this for $1. I haven't tried it. I will try it. If I hate it, I'll tell you if I like it. Now, this is good, 99 cents only. I like this flour. Okay, so this worked out good. So let me show you. Here is my blueberries. And now what I want to do is, these are going to taste good on my yogurt. This is lime. It can be lemon. Just a little, maybe a teaspoon. So there's my blueberries. So, okay, thank you guys very much for the comments. I will try to go back and get all the good comments and put them on my Twitter. But sometimes my content is a little repetitious. Well, guess what? I can't even find my own content. So, you know, it's better just to go. Also, you know, when you go over and over it, you go, wow, I like his grandfather's meatballs, or wow, I'm going to make some meatballs, or I'm going to make myself some pigs in a blanket, or, you know, you learn from the people you're around. So thank everybody for letting us be around you, and you know, God will bless you. I feel the trips to the food pantries were a blessing, because now I have some idea. If you think I'm going to let myself run out of oil, oh no, I'm not going to run out of bread, cheese, oh no, milk. Your best bet is to stockpile. I'm not saying, you know, if you don't have much money, it's hard. But if you go and you get the free food as best you can, and you try to earn a little extra money as best you can, it will work. I'm telling you, yard sales, Craigslist, eBay. I will do Amazon pretty soon. Books can be bought for 10 cents. The only thing is you have to have money for shipping. But and another thing, you know, this issue of doubling your money. So if you buy something for $1 and you sell it for $2, you double your money. If you take that $2 and you buy something for $2 and you sell it for $4, you double your money, and on and on and on. So, you know, when you first get started, start small. And okay, you guys, God bless you all.